Hello and welcome to the Authentic Happiness Show. I'm Suzanne, and this is our show where me and my friends just talk about whatever we want. It's a judgment-free zone, and everybody's welcome. So without further ado, here comes Jara and Enzo. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What up? How are you?
I'm really good. I had a really good week. I had a little excursion. So I went to another one of Arizona's little towns. It's called Salome. And when I'm talking little, I'm talking like one street. There's only one street. And so it was really fun. I had the best time. A friend of mine got the dream job of being the host at an RV resort. And it's there in this little tiny ghost town. So
is it called Desert something RV
Yes,
resort?
Desert.
I was looking at it on Google Earth. Yeah.
Yep, that's where we were. Here, I'll show you guys a little video of it. Watch, check it out. Let me see if it came on there. Yeah, it did. Okay, open. Doop, doop. So that was paradise. It was. It's beautiful. We went. This town is an old mining town from a really long time ago, and everything there. So you can actually go out there and find every kind of rock. Hey, Donald, how are you?
And hi, Donald. How are you?
Finding so much. I mean, amethyst, quartz crystals. Just like it was just beautiful. I had a great time. It was just nice, you know.
I don't know if I'm freezing or if you're freezing, Susie. Enzo, is she freezing with you?
Susie's a little jittery right now.
I'm a little video. That's just okay. Me. That's just, it's not even the computer.
No, your internet. I think your internet needs to be your router. You should reset your router or something.
Really should,
or like if you have too many things open right now, you can maybe that'll help a little bit.
Maybe. So
we're doing pretty good, though.
Did you see the video? Did it go through okay?
Yeah, the video
it looks beautiful there.
Cool.
Yeah, it looked beautiful out there. The way all of the different cactus were all arranged and everything, it looked amazing.
Yeah, you got a good view of the mountains.
Pretty cool.
Arizona is so
They're
cool.
all around you. They're surrounding you. They surround you.
I can't wait till we get to go explore.
It's the best place to live ever.
I wish that, you could just go anywhere. It kind of is a bummer. Like I was telling Susie that I'm going to probably, people pay for river rock that's like pretty, right? So I told Susie, I was like, I'm going to sell some of my rock and then people are going to like it. And then the government will find out and they'll be like, hey, you need a permit to sell rocks out of your own yard.
Out of your own, it's your rocks. It's on your property.
I know, but like, I could just see the government being like, you actually don't own the rock in your yard, because if it was below a certain depth, then you'd have to have mineral rights. I don't know. It's a good thing to look into. Because what if I found gold or something valuable?
God, could you imagine? You're out there digging around in your backyard and just find a little tiny nugget.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, they
That is
finally
not-
discovered that fool's gold is as valuable as regular gold because they realized that it can like oxidate or like turns into like it does something with the properties in it do something with to oxygen or something. Finally,
all
they
rocks
figured that
are
out.
super, like copper is so undervalued. It's not even funny, but I mean, that's fine with me that the world doesn't value it because I know the value of it. It's strange.
I for one love rocks, you guys. I absolutely love rocks. I have a whole jar of them right here.
Some of the weirdest thing about some of the rocks in my yard is they look like they were so like at one time that they were so like malleable, and a lot of them look like I don't know, like balls of flesh or something. They look like balls of fat or flesh or something, huh? Like, well, Susie, huh? Well, like, I don't know, like a wadded up, yeah, like this one that looks like a finger. Like that video, did you see the finger rock, Enzo, on that video I sent?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so one of the, let me see, I'll try to put it up. It's, so one of the rocks that looks like a finger to me, like really a lot. Hang on. I don't know which one it is here.
If I shine the light on it, you can see the crystals. It just the camera just doesn't do it justice.
No, it never does for something like that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Susie has a rock. Susie, your rock isn't with the. Oh no, it's downstairs, huh?
It's downstairs.
Susie has a rock that is.
It does look like a chunk of fat, though.
It looks like it's a chunk of like I don't know, a chunk of something. It looks like a chunk of something.
A chunk of chunk.
Because it's the way it's so it's a quartz. It's like quartz, but it's super layered. You should go get it, Susie. You should go get it so he can see what we mean. It's super layered and like I don't.
But it's not.
Yeah, your camera's too fuzzy or pixelated. If you did it on your phone, you could see it better probably.
That sucks, dude.
But your striped rock though is crazy looking.
I'm gonna go get
and
it right
looks
now.
like skin on the bottom because the underneath side of her rock. Yeah, go get your rock real quick. So the underneath side of her rock, it has all these triangles that are like perfect triangles, right? So almost like something reptilian or something. And then it's the layers of it are so like distinct and different colors that a quartz rock crystal doesn't grow like that. Crystal can't grow like that. So it must have been layered before it became a crystal and must have vitrified. So the only thing that's layered like that I can think of is something organic, like an animal or like a slice of subcutaneous tissue, like the skin and then the subcutaneous tissue underneath. It looks like that. If you took a chunk out of something that was like a person or an animal, it would look like that. And so to me, I think that rock is a chunk of something vitrified that was like an animal or something.
Chunk of animal hide.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of I told Susie that we just need to look and see what has skin like that, and then we'll know what that rock is made out of.
Feel like a diamondback rattlesnake or something like that.
Right, that'd be cool.
My friend Jamie, who I'm going to be meeting up with at Contact in the Desert next week, she's big into crystals and all kinds of different odd minerals and things like that. And she actually sent me a message like a week ago. It's like, would you mind if I brought you some crystals? Because I have these perfect. As soon as I saw it, I thought of you. So I'm going to gift it to you.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, sweet.
Jara, look at this
That'd
one.
be awesome. Oh,
Never mind.
Oh, it's super. You should show it on your phone because you're super pixelated. I think because your internet and stuff.
That'll be crazy, but I will switch to the other. I could switch to the other computer or the phone.
I would switch to the phone so we can see. We could see you better too.
Donald,
Right now, you look like a watercolor, like you're a little, like you know, like when you turn a picture into a painting or something.
Okay, I'm gonna go out. You guys hold the fort.
okay. Donald in the chat
Okay.
says, I found a large boulder with quartz lines all through it that had possible gold in the quartz. I went back to try and move it, and it was gone.
Oh, I bet it probably was gold because it will run in the veins. Did it look like was it yellow at all? There's a lot of rock that looks so yellow. It's like that's got to be something. I think what is raw copper ore, a couple pieces of it. And Susie found and I think she's found an amethyst. She was showing me earlier. It looked like it was a chunk of amethyst out in quartzite.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what they mine in quartzite or Siloam, which is near Siloam is near quartzite. But we have the vulture mines that aren't far from there aren't that far from where we're at, and they didn't ever find the mother lode there.
What kind of mine?
The vulture mine is a gold mine.
Oh, okay, gold.
Yeah, there's all kinds of mines here though.
Aren't there opal mines there in Arizona someplace? I know it's somewhere in the southwest opal area.
I know there's peridot. There's a peridot mine or olivine. Actually, there's a town called Peridot, but opal might be mined here. I know a lot of stuff is mined here.
There's something amazing and almost hypnotic about a big chunk of opal with all those little flecks of different colors embedded inside.
Right.
It's amazing. That was my mother's thing was opals.
I love opals too. That pearlescent iridescence is pretty. It's like angelic. There's a lot of rocks too that have what looks like writing on it, but I guess that just could be a giant coincidence. Or maybe we have smart rivers here in Arizona that write on the rock.
Trying to communicate with you.
Right. Somebody's trying to tell me something. Oh, that's cool. If it was heavy, it was probably gold if it was real heavy. All right. So show them the underneath side first, like this triangles.
I'm setting up this bad boy. All right. Can you guys see me?
Let me see.
Is it good?
Yep.
Is it better?
Yep. Yeah, we can see you.
Okay.
Can you flip it around sideways? Yeah, there you go. Like that.
Okay.
Oh, she accidentally pushed the wrong button.
Uh-oh. Enzo, I'm going to send you that video of the finger rock and the other rock, and then you can put it up on the thing because I'm not good at that. I'll send it to you on Messenger again.
Okay. I'm back.
You're back. You can see you.
Okay. Which one do you want to see first?
Okay, let me know if you guys get that. I just sent you the one about the finger rock.
I still can't see the sparkles.
A minute and 11 seconds long.
Okay, here's the
Oh, I need to plug my phone in.
Which way do you want me to show it to you?
Go.
The fat way?
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
How big was it, Donald? Dang, that's too bad.
I wish I had better lighting today. I bought my engine. I think it was Oh shit.
Yeah, I bet. But when I go to good find some people, I'm not like it in front of people. I don't want anybody else. Dude. 400
At some
pounds at
places,
least.
you
Dang.
can't take the rocks. At some places,
That'd be
you can.
cool to break open a big rock like that. I always tell Susie though, like we're kind of monsters because rocks open just to see what's inside of them, right? Because what if like
Yeah, we
how would
kind of
we
like
feel if
we like
somebody broke
smacked
us
it.
open and see what's inside of us?
The pattern on the very top of that, the opposite side that you're holding in there, is pretty amazing. It looks almost like petroglyphs the way that the light was hitting it.
I know, it's so cool.
Isn't that neat?
Look at the bottom part. It's all like triangular and shiny.
But
Yeah. That's very cool.
It's very cool, I think.
Did you find that yourself out someplace, or?
This late, well, this is out from by where my dad lives, and it's one of my dad's neighbors. She gave it to me. She found it. She actually found it in her yard. And this one too, she gave me. This is a geode.
Yeah, I've never seen a geode like that with like 3 lobes.
Right? It's very different. That's why she gave it to me, because I'm unique, she said. Here, maybe you can see the sparkles on this bad boy this time. No?
I can see it sparkling.
Oh, shit. I wish you could really see the sparkles. And then this one is an amethyst. Isn't this one so freaking pretty?
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah,
So right by where I was, there's a place called Patagonia, and it has an amethyst cave. So this is what an amethyst looks like when it's all shaped up and stuff. What happened to Jara?
oh. She sent me a video that I can show.
so you see how like layered that rock was? Well, there's a layer on that rock that she has that looks like a capillary to me.
Really?
Like it's
Where'd it go?
yeah. Hi, Bat Mom. It looks like a vein. It's hard to see it. I don't. Is that? It's hard to see it.
Oh, it's over here.
Now. Yeah. No, it was on the side. I think that's not the right side. I don't think.
I think I'm holding it the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. And see that dark, like, well, if the rock was wet, like where her fingernails at, it's like a little, I don't know, capillary, like. Those are some big crystals on the top too, huh?
Right?
That's amazing.
And this rock is pretty amazing. I like the layers right here.
Take a bite of it
I
and see if
love
it
it.
tastes like shark or something. I'm just kidding. Or like alligator.
This is my murder weapon. Boom! I could kill somebody with that. Let's see. Here's a piece of raw.
Oh, Enzo's got my video up here.
Oh, and how come I can't see them?
Oh, I gotta. You have to add it to the stage, I think, Susie, or maybe
Oh, I
can.
do?
No, I guess I can do it too.
Neato, Jara, that's pretty.
I don't know how to play it though. How do you play it, Enzo?
I got it. I'm gonna hit play right.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so these are also my super special rocks. This one, I think, looks like a finger. Now check this out.
I think it looks like a nose.
Check that out.
Maisie, don't start this. Get out of here.
I think it looks like a finger.
Like that. Doesn't it? Let's look at it again.
I still think it looks like a nose.
It looks like a finger, but okay. Yeah, it also has like some.
Maisie, get out of here.
It's like a triangle.
They have triangles stamped into them. A lot of, I mean, it's just pointy rocks, I guess, maybe, that make perfect triangles.
Crazy.
It looks like flesh.
Doesn't that look
It's like
It
translucent,
looks organic.
but
Yeah, it does.
Gosh, it looks like.
yeah.
Damn it. You better get out of here, cat.
Somebody vitrified somebody's finger. Oh yeah.
I'm going to send you the other one with the cartoon guy on there.
That looks really cool. That and all of that stuff in that basket is stuff that you pulled out of when you were making your garden.
Yep. Well, when I'm just digging out of my backyard. Yep.
That's cool.
And now it's not for my garden. I'm using the rock to actually decorate my yard. So I'm using it to line where I just laid grass seed. And then I've used it to put around my trees. I just sent you another video, Enzo, the one that has the cartoon character on it. If you want to put that one up. I don't have I do have, Susie gave me a rock tumbler. It's
Some of the rock.
already polished. So those ones I've just been washing them really well. And then that's not the one with the cartoon character, I don't think. I've been spraying them with Mod Podge, glossy Mod Podge, so they stay looking wet.
Okay, we ready for this one?
Yeah, this one isn't the cartoon character one though. This is, I think I was just showing you guys my rocks are on the trees. The last one I just sent you is the one that has a cartoon character on it.
Some of the rocks.
That's not this
one. No, but those are the rocks that are around my tree. Maybe it didn't go through yet. Oh, it's not gone through yet, guys. That's why. I'm sorry. I should have sent it to you earlier though, but maybe not.
Is it this one? Okay.
No.
Oh, that one. Is it this one?
Nope. It's not that one either. It starts out with a big rock, is it the very first, and it's 1 minute and 49 seconds long.
You keep sending me videos that aren't what you're wanting.
I'm not sending those to you now. Are you just now getting those?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. I'm not. I sent those to you guys earlier, like way earlier. That's weird.
Yeah,
I just sent you one video, but I didn't send you all these just now. I just sent those earlier. How funny.
Yeah, I'm just now getting them.
I would be in that. Where are you, Donald? Yeah, all these rocks came out of my yard. Batman.
Where do you live, Donald?
I don't know.
I think you told us before, but I forgot.
Yeah, she's got.
It's still sending the one. That's why.
Okay. Well, we'll
It's
come back.
almost done sending it. It's still. Yeah. Vermont. Oh, I would. It's probably super, super like woodsy there, huh? With big trees and Vermont. I've never been over that way. I think the trees in some places are so tall that I can't even imagine. Have you ever seen the redwoods, Enzo?
No, I haven't. I'd love to see them though.
Yeah, me too. I can't imagine a tree that big.
Look at Jara. Look who's here. My little baby tree that you gave me.
Oh, tell him I said hello.
Hello.
Do you talk to him? Does he shake when you say hi?
He does, and he's got new buds coming up, like new flowers. And these yellow ones are going to fall off, but he's got new ones coming.
Yeah, I think it's the ones that bud like that might be girls or something because they look a little bit different. I wonder how you tell the sex of a tree, just by the flowers. If it flowers or if it fruits or seeds or whatever. Pollens.
Fruity tooties.
Fruits or seeds. You know, that should all be something we should all know before we're allowed to graduate high school. We should know like what this food we eat looks like before it's made, you know, like, so we should know what like a corn plant or whatever looks like.
I mean, don't we, but I knew that before I graduated.
I didn't know what a pineapple plant looked like until like yesterday. So until recently, I was 45 years old when I learned
I didn't know that peanuts came out of the ground either.
Yeah, I didn't know where they came or how they
Donald,
like
your
if
grass
it was
is beautiful. Donald says your grass is beautiful, Jara.
I think he's talking about, is he talking about my grass or in Vermont?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so.
Because
I think
my
it
grass
was
is
one of those videos I popped up that showed your grass, which was very, very green, which was
that's because it's very fake.
Oh, okay.
And, thank you. Yep. It is good turf though. We like it.
Yeah. There's a lot of that around here in Arizona, fake grass.
Yeah, it's you guys think I have a lot of rocks. You should see how much wood I have. I really think that if I would have been born back in Bible times, I would have been a good altar builder. Really do.
Realized it was going to be that kind of show with you showing off your wood and your rocks.
She said, you know what she said to me today? She said she was going to sell her rocks. And I was like, that sounds like a drug deal.
Yeah. I wonder why it's like stuck on that video. It's not quite sending it all the way. Maybe it's too big. I wonder where would you take, like, let's say I found something that I thought was a fossil. Where would I take such an item? Does anybody know?
You would take
Like, is
it
there
to
like a rock store?
a museum. Nope. You would get a specialist, like somebody that knows about that shit, to make sure.
Yeah, where would you find that? What would you call that person? A rock specialist?
A geologist?
A geologist or a archaeologist, maybe?
Archaeology is for studying humans.
Yeah, real grass is good. I'm trying to grow some because I want real grass to do my like grounding and stuff in or whatever. So that's
Right,
what I'm working on.
Yeah, grounding is very good for you guys. I bet you guys don't ground. Do you ground? Enzo, do you ground yourself? Do you ever put your feet in bare feet in grass?
No, but when I used to work on the flight line, we had to statically ground all of our aircraft, and I always felt better whenever I would do that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep, they say there's like an exchange of ions or something that happens with the earth and
They
your
have
body.
grounding beds too that ground you.
Grounding what?
Like grounding beds, like I don't know if they really work though. They're like it's like a mattress cover you put on your bed, and then I don't know. I don't really know how it works, but I kind of think that it doesn't work.
This one?
Ah,
This one looks like
sorry.
a bone.
Oh yeah, I have lots of things that look like teeth too. A lot of rocks that look like teeth. Yeah, I know. Like not like sharp teeth, but like molars or something. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna find something, guys.
Let's see. I want to see something. I'm gonna look something up really quick. Let's see here.
You know, it's actually not outside. It's like not outside of the realm of possibility to find all kinds of stuff. Because I honestly think that a lot of like things that would be fossils, I think are actually destroyed, maybe on purpose, because there's a lot of quarry rock that looks a lot real fossily to me. It's like, why did they look like that? Oh, and then there's these rocks that look like they have like spray paint on them. And have you guys seen the King Kong movie, the new King Kong and Godzilla movie?
No, not the new one, no. But I will be watching it because I do like the King Kong movies.
Inside Earth or whatever, inner Earth, the rock in there, it looks like this rock. It's like, looks like it's been spray painted like magenta and like a mustard or burnt orange color, and there's a lot of rock here that looks just like the rock in that movie. And I was like, that's interesting that they chose those colors like that. It looks just exactly the same as the rock here. I was like, I knew it. I have some of inner Earth in my yard.
I have a video that Batmom sent me.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
We want to look at it.
Yeah.
It's going to require a little bit of explanation of what exactly we're looking at, but
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a flashing light at first. I thought it was a plane, but if you watch, it's really high, the way that it's like hopping from one place to the next. Huh.
Good morning. Okay, well, if we have someone pull that up, we can check it out.
Oh, sorry, I got that.
Yeah, I can't do it from my phone.
All right, pushing play. And you can see this point of light right here.
Is it playing? I see it. Flashing.
There's a little flashing light right here.
Okay.
And she says, yes, it's a flashing light. First, I thought it was playing, but if you watch it, it's really high, the way like hopping from one place to the next. And I was wondering what exactly that is. And that was at 1:30 in the morning when I was smoking. 1:30 in the morning when I was smoking.
It doesn't look like it's moving to me. It looks like it's like oscillating. Or, I mean, it's flashing, but is it moving?
Well, she's I can tell she's zoomed it because I see you took this with your phone.
Maisie, oh my God, my cat is not.
She zoomed in on it with her phone, and I can't tell if the light is moving or is she moving the camera while trying to keep it centered.
Well, I think she's doing a good job of keeping it centered. But to me, I wonder what direction it was moving, because if it was coming towards us, it's maybe that's why it doesn't look like it's moving as much. Huh?
Sorry, I was talking to my cat. My cat is doing circles around me like super fast.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, she's just like zooming around and knocking everything over.
Huh. Yeah, it looks like it's oscillating, or like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah. Was
almost like a strobe light, like a really fast one.
The level on the phone. So is this low in the sky, like closer to the horizon, or is it higher in the sky, like directly overhead?
She said it's high, I think. High up. It's a Chinese lantern? What's a Chinese lantern?
Oh, a Chinese lantern? Those are those like on
Oh, like
what?
on Entangled?
Yeah.
The things that float into the sky?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it could be something like that. I could see that. Maybe in something like that. It could be something on fire, maybe. I don't know. Would that even be possible? So wait, what happens to those lanterns when what do they just get so high they go out and then they fall?
They're supposed to go burn up and go out in the sky, but sometimes they fall down to the ground and start fires.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
because I was gonna say they have to fall eventually, right? I mean, every
Well,
single one of
usually
them
they
falls.
burn up before they fall.
They burn up. What burns up?
The lantern, the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing catches on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
They're supposed to, but sometimes they don't. It's not foolproof, and then it starts a fire, and it's horrible.
I didn't know that the whole thing was supposed to start on fire. Oh, that seems, yeah, incredibly dangerous. Like, so bad.
But back to this, I'm not sure what this is, Fat Mom. It's if you see it again, try and get like a wider angle shot so we can see something in the foreground for reference, like a telephone pole or a tree or something like that, so we can see if it's zipping around. I believe me, I get it. It's your first thing to do when you're trying to photograph something like that with your phone is to try to zoom in and get as much detail. But
It's definitely not a plane.
we can't make that out by looking at the video.
It's definitely not a plane. I don't think. It could be a star, though. Was it moving a lot? Because I've seen stars that do that if it's windy.
Well,
I've
that's
seen it.
why I was asking if it was lower on the horizon, because the whole reason that stars twinkle is because it's usually when they're lower towards the horizon, because you're looking through a thicker piece of the atmosphere to see it. So just like seeing like the heat waves on an asphalt road during the summer, where you get that wavy line kind of a thing. The same thing happens in our atmosphere when you're looking at something that's really low, because you're looking through more of the atmosphere. That's why they twinkle.
Right. It is too high to be a drone, I would think. I don't think drones fly that high, do they?
Not normally.
No, they would have to get clearance from like flight clearance if they went above a certain elevation, right? Or altitude or whatever.
Yeah, they're not allowed to fly this high to be completely unidentifiable, or it would just be a thing. Plus, if it had strobes on it, because this is obviously flashing, whatever this is, it would be regular. If it was a strobe on a drone, it would be you could actually sit there and go flash 1 2 3, flash 1 2 3, flash 1 2 3, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's very smart,
Right.
Enzo.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was. Didn't look like a satellite. Or it didn't look like one of Elon Musk's things. Those just go.
Satellites you can only really see like an hour after sunset or like an hour before sunrise, because you on the ground are in the dark, but it's high enough to where the sun is still hitting it, and it just looks really bright compared to like a starry background. That's how you see satellites. If it's 1:30 in the morning, like she says, then it wouldn't be.
Right.
So I don't know. That's interesting though.
Maybe there was a little hole in the cloaking mechanism. So you saw part of the machinery in the sky.
They had the rookie guy running the controls.
Right. Like our friend Dikey saw something in the sky, and that's what I think happened is I think somebody accidentally hit the uncloaking button and they were like, oh shit, they can see us, and then they cloaked it back again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. But
yeah. Interesting.
I have some friends that are paranormal investigators that live down in southeast Kansas, around Caney, Kansas, just on the 37th parallel, if you like. And they've had a lot of odd kind of light activity near them, where it's about 3 a.m, and for about like a 20 to 30 minute period of time, these lights appear over a very particular area, a very narrow, like column type area, where you see them kind of fade in and then they fade back out. And my first impression at first was like, okay, maybe these are like birds, because there is an airport that's sort of near where the one video I watched. But I guess over progressive nights, it's not exactly in the same spot. It'll be in other places.
Right.
So that wouldn't really be the case for that. But it's
The
very
lights were like blinking like this, like blink, 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 blink,
No,
blink,
no,
blink, blink,
no,
blink. Oh,
they would fade in from nothing, be like really bright and kind of like swim. It moves like how a bird would, like if birds that are night hunting, like insects and things like that. And then
mm-hmm.
slowly fades out and it's gone.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah. And sometimes there's several of them, again, sort of like birds, where they're interacting. You can see them like flipping around each other and all of that. And then they just all fade off like there's a dimmer switch on them and somebody just turns it down. That's what it looks like.
That sounds like what it looks like when like hawks kettle or something, but not hawks. I'm all but not hawks.
Not at 3 in the morning, but
Yeah, no, not at 3 in the morning for sure.
There are birds that hunt insects on the fly. Like there's a lot of birds that do that, and some of them exclusively fly around at night. And night hawks is which they do migrate through here. Although that's usually in the fall, so seeing them this time of year would be odd. But yeah, it's very strange. I'd love to go down there and just kind of like hang out in the middle of the night around that area and see what it is and maybe triangulate where they are, try and figure out what it is.
Right. There's
with
a lot of
case, Bat Mom, take a look around that same time frame, like tonight or the next couple of nights, to see if you see it again, and start it when you're filming something that's weird like that. I know it's easy to get excited and you try and zoom in and get as much detail, but your phone really isn't designed for filming a little pinpoint of light on a black background. These things are for
you can can one of you guys send her the link because I can't from my phone, but
how do I do that?
Hold on, maybe I can. No, I can't. It says invite underneath right underneath the picture, because she said I just saw it right now that she said, can I call in really quick?
How do I send it?
Click on it.
I just copy it and put it in the thing. Paste it in the thing.
That'll work.
Yeah. Okay. And like that.
Did it go?
Did it?
Good night, Donald. Have a good night. Yeah, it did go in there actually.
Good night, Donald. I was gonna put up this picture real quick, Donald. You got to look at it real quick. I'm gonna send it to Enzo, and he'll put it up. It's just a picture, so it won't take so long. Of my rocks, it looks like it has a cartoon character on it. All right. All right, Enzo. Hi. Oh, I was gonna say hi, Bat Mom, but you're not Bat Mom. Oops. And oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, I just sent it.
We'll wait and see if it comes.
Did that one come?
Yep, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Super size.
Do you see a cartoon character?
Cartoon character.
Yeah.
I'm sharing it if you want to pull it up. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Bat Mom. We appreciate you sharing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bat Mom, have a good time with your grandson. That's
all right, thank you, Bat Mom. Yeah, some. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it
Her
is.
grandson.
Now, for me, when I look at
Interesting.
this, I see maybe like a side profile of a head here and like an arm that's bent at the elbow right here. Like
I
there,
see the super dog right away.
I don't see the super dog. Yeah, you were all robot-y there, Jara.
Yeah, we didn't hear what you said.
I can't. Well, you don't see.
So like you can see his
that.
ears. They're sticking straight up like this.
Is,
And he's got sunglasses on, and you can see his snout.
oh boy, I don't see all that.
No, I could totally. Oh, you see the Hulk? Okay, yeah, I could see kind of like the Hulk because he does look like kind of like a buff dog.
You can see my
I
cursor.
can. I see the arm thing you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I see that's what I pick out when I first look at it. But I'm not seeing a cartoon character like you were saying.
We see me and Jara see crazy stuff in the sky and in things.
Everyone's a little different. You're gonna pick out different things. But yeah, that's interesting though. It's a really weird how that conglomerate. I mean, it does look like one of those weird tumors that somebody has to have removed. That was like,
Ew, it does look like a tumor. Ew, it really does.
There's a name for it. Those where somebody has to have like a growth removed, and it's like when they were first forming as an embryo in their mom's.
Oh yeah. Ew.
Where it's like a conjoined twin kind of a thing, but it just there's like blood vessels and teeth and stuff in it. It's weird.
Ew, that is so gross.
yeah.
Oh, like yeah,
It does
that's
look
what they're
like one
talking
of
about.
those.
Where the baby doesn't like develop and it's just like a little clump of stuff.
Yeah.
So gross.
Yeah, this rock has like writing stuff all over it too on the other side.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night,
Donald.
night, boy. Okay. Let's see. What else do I have here? Wonder if I have any more cool videos.
I feel like, I don't know. Like I'm just gonna start talking to random strangers about my rocks and then people are gonna put me somewhere.
Well, random strangers actually get it more than like people like we know. You know what I mean? Because like that lady at the store today.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Also,
the
you
lady at Walgreens told me that I'm creative and I have a vivid imagination. So she was trying to make me feel good about myself. I was
But I
like,
mean,
thanks.
we just had up of that rock where you say you saw a cartoon character. Somebody said they saw the Hulk. I see like a person like they're working on something with their arm bent. That's something you could put like on Facebook or something like that. And it's like, what do you see in this? What do you see?
You're right. I have so many rocks. I should actually do that because I have so many. Like I want it to be like, so do you think this is a rock, or a tooth?
A rope.
Or a rope. Like I have a rock that looks like a dog bone broken half. Like a milk bone, but it's a rock. I was like, Fido's bone just got salt. Like, you know, I don't know. I think a lot of stuff got turned into rocks that were things.
Want to see a
that
pretty
were
video?
organic, I should say.
Video, you guys. Watch it. That was my dad's house.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I guess I'll be seeing that in a couple of weeks.
You will be. You will be. Jared, we're gonna have fun because I think we're probably gonna have the whole house to ourselves.
Yeah, we will have fun. And the creek is right there and Sedona's right there and there's so many rocks. Like we'll just get a shovel full of dirt and then wash off the dirt, and it leaves all these gemstones behind.
You don't even have to do that, Jared. They're just like out. The beautiful rocks are just like right there.
I know,
so
but
crazy.
it's fun when you wash them off and you don't know what you're getting, and then you wash them off and they're all pretty.
You're right though about that. You're right about that because I was washing rocks that when we found all those rocks at that place I was at, and now I want to come home and wash all these ones that I already had before and spray because I sprayed them with the gloss, the spray paint thing.
It works good,
And that's how
huh?
I made
And it doesn't make them sticky afterwards either or anything.
Really cool. I
So,
love
yeah.
it.
It's a hack, guys. No more buying river rock.
That's it. It's right in your backyard. When I
Right?
was
They sell it at Home Depot for $13 a bag for a little bag.
when I was a kid,
So-
growing up in upstate New York, I was in Glens Falls, New York, which is on the south end of the Adirondack Mountains. And I guess somewhere in the base of the foothills of the mountain there a long time ago, like in the 30s or 40s, there was an old garnet mine there.
Ooh, cool.
And
Mm.
our house had like a sidewalk that went up to it. And there was this kind of like this small area between the sidewalk and the house that they had made with like little bushes and little planter kind of things. And right in the middle of it was this huge rock that was like 2.5, 3 foot wide by about, not quite 2 feet tall. And my mom hated it when we first moved in. She's like, get that ugly rock out of there. I think it's stupid. I hate it. It doesn't look like anything. But it turns out it was something from that old garnet mine. There were tiny little pockets of garnet all throughout this rock.
Wow.
I went out there with a water hose and just kind of hosed off all the old dirt because it'd been there for many, many years. And then the sun hit it, and it was like you could see the sparkle of all these little, like 1.5 to 2 inch like wide pockets of garnet all throughout this huge rock. It was
Wow.
looking.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, crystals are neat. They say that quartz holds memory. They use it to burn like data or whatever, or with a laser or something.
Some people believe that's what ghosts are, is a traumatic event gets embedded into the crystal and the surrounding rock and things like that. The quartz and the rock and nearby stuff. And that's what we're seeing as ghosts. Specifically those like recording type ghosts where they just do the same thing over and over and over.
I believe that too. That's what I think. That's
you
what
know
they're
what? I
doing.
never even thought about that. I
And-
never
and-
even thought about that.
It actually gets recorded into the walls of the houses and into the.
Let me tell you something else that I never thought about that somebody brought up the other day that I thought was an interesting thought. So, you know what else holds memory? Water, right?
Yep.
So tap water is like water that has been already used and it's just been like treated or whatever. So like when people drink or if we like swim in or whatever, we're swimming in water that has memories of like everybody's everything, negative and positive. But think of all the negative in there, right? So when you, Susie, when you restructure water, when you structure water using magnets, it actually wipes the memory of the water so that it can like not do you any harm or whatever. But I was like, we're drinking everybody's negativity. We're bathing in it.
Like that video you sent me of that guy that had a machine to do water.
Oh, that he made his structured water machine thing that he made? Yeah. Because like I was like, I never thought about that. All the stuff, all the like the water that we use holds a lot of like achy memories.
Yep.
Well,
Everything.
Well, no, actually, water cleanses itself too. So it's not as icky as you think.
Well, I don't mean icky like gross, like germ wise. I mean icky as in
like every memory.
Bad memories, negative memories. Sure.
It tastes like negative memories. I know that tap water does.
Well, our tap water does, but at Flagstaff it didn't.
I bet like swimming in a river is actually probably healthy for you if the water's always moving, because I bet you there's a lot of natural minerals in the water that your body really needs. I bet.
There is. Like swimming in a saltwater pool is good for you.
Oh yeah, I bet it is. Does it feel like being in Epsom salt? Because I love being in an Epsom salt bath.
It
I can
does.
feel.
And
I can
also,
feel that.
like you're like buoyant. You're like more buoyant in it. But
I
you
want
know
to
that
swim
when
in
you
a.
swim in a saltwater pool, it draws out some of the heavy metals that are in your body.
I want to swim in a Epsom salt bath because Epsom salt like makes my body. I think I used to be a mermaid or something because I feel better, so much better when I'm in an Epsom salt bath. It's a dramatic difference. I can really feel it. It's weird.
I take one like twice a week, Epsom salt bath.
I take one every day.
Take vacations to the Dead Sea, where the salt content in it is so high, unless like you were passed out and went in face down, it's almost impossible to drown there.
Wow.
You're so the density of the water itself, because there's so much salt in it, is you float higher in it than you would with like if you went to a lake or something like that.
Right. That's so interesting to me. Like I wish I had enough salt to play around with that a little bit. That's interesting.
Did you guys know that that is it the Dead Sea, the Salton Sea? I think it's the Salton Sea. It used to be dry.
We have
right?
a lot of.
So right now it's actually a lake again. It's got water.
Oh, get some rain there.
I don't know.
We
how
have
it
a lot of
happened.
salt stuff near us, the Salt Lake, and then we've got the Salt River. So maybe we got salt here too, guys.
We do with our
Another
salt
thing.
everywhere.
Well, I know it's in the rock. It's in the rock. I don't know. I think that I wish there was a machine that you could like put rocks into that would tell you exactly what it is. Like it would be like, oh yeah, this is Joe's toe or whatever.
They're
I knew
all-
it was a toe.
There are machines that can do that, but they won't let people use it for what I want to use it for, which is just to see what stuff is.
like you got a little tricorder that you're pulling out and trying to. Oh, my battery's dead in it. Oh, thanks for a second. Oh,
Right.
man. I didn't put it on
Maybe
the
in
chart.
the future they'll have stuff like that. I can just scan stuff and it'll be like, you know,
You know that if you have
100% cross.
a tricorder, it could just you're scanning everything you come in contact with.
Yeah, well, only natural things. I wouldn't scan anything that's man-made. Man-made stuff does not impress me.
Remember when we
I don't
first
know
found that app, the magnifying app?
Oh yeah, we were looking at our hands for like ever.
It's
And
really
it's like
cool.
you don't realize
You can
how
put it on your phone.
you don't realize how like big of holes you actually have in your skin. Like it's like stuff
like a
really gets in
microscope.
there, guys. They're real easy. I was like, well, no wonder. Like we're holy. We're full of we're like what's that screen material or something?
We're porous.
It just doesn't look like it. But if you look real close, there's all kinds of space in between our skin cells.
That's what, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't understand the people that go on Naked and Afraid, dude, because we have way too many holes for like to be naked out there.
Don't we? I agree with you. You got all kinds of things can go into, and yeah. Ugh.
That goes along with one of the theories that we were created. We're not really from Earth. We're not naturally from Earth because we are not designed to survive out in the wild like regular animals are.
Right.
Well, no, I don't. And I think people always had clothes.
But
I don't know.
What do you mean people always had
But
clothes?
because stuff hurts if you don't have clothes.
No,
I mean, that's what I would think.
no other
Well,
animals.
like the Aborigines and stuff that don't wear shoes, they run around like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jared,
you mean like why
used
don't
to
we
run
have fur
around.
and stuff?
You when we were younger, you could walk on like rocks without your shoes on.
I can still do that probably. I don't. My feet aren't as. My hands though
I'll tell you what, my hands are like gorilla hands. I'm not exaggerating. You should feel my calluses. When I shake people's hands, they look at me like weird because I'm all little, and then I shake your hand and I got a man's handshake, like a mechanic's handshake. They're like, my hands are not soft at all. They're very much, and my feet too. Like if I had to have an autopsy, or like if they found, like if I died and I was like preserved somehow and found like hundreds of years later, and they were trying to figure out like what I did, they would definitely know that I was like a person that always did stuff. They wouldn't have been like, oh, you know, this person was a person that didn't walk around much. They'd be like, holy cow, how many pounds of rock did this person shovel by herself?
All of them. It's
Right. Yeah. Oh, but that's okay.
I think that's
I
from
wanna use-
gymnastics, Jara. I think that's from gymnastics. Did
My
you know Jara
calluses
was
are from
one of the
gymnastics.
best gymnasts? Jara was a gymnast.
I didn't
I
know
was a
that.
gymnast. I wasn't one of the best. I was a
He
gymnast
trained
until I
with the
was
Olympic
like,
teams.
Oh, I trained at a gymnastic camp for 1 week with Bella Caroli and yes, the Olympic gymnasts were there, but I did not train with the Olympic teams like as if I was gonna be like that good. My aunt was that good though. My aunt was, when she was 16, she took second in the world.
Oh wow.
So she was that good. And she walked around the whole fair on her hands.
What?
Yeah, she was that good. There's newspaper articles and stuff with her in it, but no, I was just, I did train a lot though. I trained 4.5 to 5 hours every day for 4 to 5 days a week from the time I was 4 until I was like 13. So yeah, I have calluses from the bars still, but I also work with my hands. So the calluses never have a chance to go away. They just get bigger. Yeah. And my husband the other day, he was like, babe, you better put on some gloves. And then he was like, oh, wait, never mind. I was like, I don't need my hands.
But also close. You're tearing up all the rock with your hand. So,
Right. Yep. I actually do put on gloves to fold clothes because otherwise the clothes will get caught on my calluses sometimes.
oh,
That's how tough my hands are. My hands are tough. I can sew my hands with a needle and thread, and I can't. Yeah, I used to do that to gross people out when I was in. Did I ever do that in front of you, Susie?
What, peel off your
Put a
calluses?
needle and thread? No, put a needle
Oh,
and
yeah,
thread
you
through
did
my
that a lot.
calluses.
Yes, you did that a lot, too.
Yeah, I did. I used to turn my foot backwards. Do you remember that, Susie? When
Yep,
I could stand
remember
and
all
turn
that
my foot the other direction.
You used to do weird shit.
And I can like do this with my eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I can make my eyes go weird. Our friend Timely used to make her eyeballs shake. Oh, your eyes do that too. Wow, your eyes were even weirder than mine there, Enzo.
How
made
did you
his
guys
go
learn that
like-
your eyes did that?
I don't know. I guess I get bored a lot. Yeah, how do you do? Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
that's
does
pretty
it
good.
too. I can't do none of that shit.
Timely
Maybe
used to make her eyeballs shake. They would go drrrr, and they would
Yep,
vibrate. It was so weird.
same. It would. I would do it when I was like in grade school and stuff, and freak everybody out.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I just get bored, I guess. Actually, I've never been bored, I don't think, ever in my life. Because I look for hidden talents and things like that when I don't have anything else to do.
Amazing the things you do to entertain yourself and discover about yourself when you're left alone for a little while.
I used to make myself laugh by like fake laughing until it was funny, and then I would actually start laughing. I thought everybody did that, but maybe not. Susie did it because she did it with me.
Yeah.
That one, but I can see it.
I really
Did you
do want to
guys-
make a Pueblo with my dirt pile.
That sounds kind of fun, though.
You might.
I know. I'm thinking I'm gonna go get like a shallow swimming pool, like one of those cheap little kid pools or whatever, and put my dirt pile in there. And then I can contain it. I don't know. I might do it. Because life is too short not to, right?
Yeah, you should do whatever makes you happy, no matter what it is, no matter what.
I remember seeing a while back that someone was making like an earth home where they kind of like burrow inside of a hill, and then they kind of basically adobe like the front of it to make like a front wall. And then, of course, it's half into the hill, so it's like all insulated and all that stuff. But this one guy I saw, he did that basically like an adobe style front wall where it's just, you know, mud and sticks and straw and stuff like that to thicken it up. But he put old Coke bottles in it.
I saw that. I think I saw the same thing.
And
wow.
so that the light could still come through, but it's not like a window that you would actually be able to look, you know, in and out, or somebody outside can look in.
Right.
Allowed more light, natural light to come in through like the Coke bottle.
Oh, that's cool.
And it gave
My
this
friend is actually going to do that out there where she's at that camp place that I was at. She's actually making one of those.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that. That's neat. Yeah, if I had land, I'd like to like try to build some type of a structure that uses the land and everything that's already there. I think it's neat that how people do that.
I do too.
One of the things I'm hoping there's like a really in-depth like tour guide or something like that when we go see Montezuma's castle. That
I don't think there is. Maybe there is.
I'll be the tour guide. I'll research and study before we get here.
It was last week. After our show last week, I was looking at it online. I was looking at the website for the place, and I guess they used to actually back in like because they opened it like to the public and made it an actual national park back in like the 20s or the teens, or 19 teens and 20s, and until like the 30s, you used to actually be able to go up there and walk around amongst the buildings until.
Oh shit! How do they get up there?
I don't know. They must have had some kind of contraption up to get up there, but I guess so much foot traffic of people just walking around, and people are going to like try and touch it and want to feel the walls,
right?
That it was tearing the place down. So that's why they stopped it, because so many people coming by every single day over a year is just disintegrating the place because it's so old.
That's why they closed Grand Falls to the public too. Unfortunately, because people were littering and messing it up. Stupid
I've
people.
been there before it was closed down.
I've never been to Grand Falls. So I want to go to Supai sometime. Have you ever heard of Supai, Enzo?
No.
It's in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. It's the last, it's the only surviving people that still live in the Grand Canyon. Okay. And they get their mail by burro. Yeah, it's got the turquoise water. It's like milky blue, a milky aquamarine blue color. And it's just super neat. There's like ruins right there too. It looks like there's a cave system right there. It looks to me like extensive, but I don't know. Yeah, it looks very cool.
Sure.
I'm excited to go too.
You know what? We could go to Tuzigoot too. Tuzigoot National Monument is just kind of the same. It's just ruins. And it's quick. Like all of the things we can like fit a whole bunch of shit in because you can see because it's quick, man.
Yeah, we can
oldest thing is.
The oldest
thing?
What would the oldest thing be?
Because the thoughts on, like basically like before the end of the Ice Age, 12,500 years ago, is humans were civilized prior to that. And then there was some type of worldwide style natural disaster that ended the Ice Age and made everything really hot. It melted all the ice from the Ice Age, and that's what caused all the oceans to rise and wiped out a lot of possible cities that were on the coasts because the sea level rose hundreds of feet, like several hundred feet. So anything that was right on the coast from back then would have just be underwater and gone within a relatively short period of time geologically. So over, a period of several years. But the thoughts of like some of the ancient sites they're finding over in Turkey and places like that date back to around that time frame totally blows away, the modern archaeologist type of thing of, humans didn't get their act together to start growing crops and working together. So where you do the farming, you do the cattle raising, you do the blacksmithing, all of that stuff where they partition it and basically create a society so that you're not living hand to mouth, the hunter-gatherer type thing. It was only like, 6,000 BC.
Mhm.
So I think we're way super older than that. I think we predate the Younger Dryas type of vegetation over 13,000 years ago. That's why I said I want to see the oldest thing. And how old is it?
I don't know how old things are. I just know that we've been advanced many times and more than one, like many times. And we're like super, we might have, I don't even know that we've been right now that we could say that we're at the most technologically advanced that we've ever been. Cause I think that there's been times where we were more advanced than we are now.
If we were, it was a very different technological path than what we're on right now, because
I think that the environment changes geologically and
if it was 15,000 years, the Ice Age was still going on and they had planes and trains and cars and all of that stuff, we would have found some signs of that by now.
I don't believe in the Ice Age, actually, though. I don't think the whole planet's ever been frozen. But that's my opinion. I think
that long ass time. Yeah.
where Atlantis was, that they did find a compute, like something that was like a computer.
The Antikythera mechanism.
Is that
what you're talking about?
Maybe.
Yeah. It was the thing that they think, that it calculated dates and future dates into the past, and
they're sure that it was used to calculate where the moon would be for specific dates, like compared to like constellations and stuff like that, is what they believe.
Well, it was used to, like, according to Jason Brashears, and like the data he has, Mithridates, I think he called him, used it to predict the sun darkening, and that's how the Tuatha Danann won the war that they were fighting, because they predicted it and they made it seem like they were doing some kind of sorcery, so the other people freaked out. And that's the Antikythera mechanism. So it was used to calculate like things or whatever like that, astronomically or whatever.
Right. It is one of those mysteries, because it's for as far back as it could possibly date. It's one of those it's an UPA, an out of place artifact, where according to modern archaeology we shouldn't have had that level of technology for that time frame, according to what archaeology tells us, which at 6,000 BC we were still running around living hand to mouth and running from saber-toothed tigers and getting
everything we were told is wrong. They don't tell us the accurate stuff because they contradict themselves all the time too. Like they try to say, well, this happened during this time, and it's like, why we were building that during war? Like, I don't know, stuff just that nothing makes any sense. And it almost is starting to look like I'm starting to think, I don't know, stuff looks like there was more than one impression of, like there was more than one ecosystem or like whatever environment this world is right now today. Like there was more than one type of like whatever imprinted in this place that we're in. It's like almost like it's imprinted on top of each other so that you see pieces of different timelines.
I've been telling you, Jara, we live in a quantum universe.
The catastrophic theory is about every 12,500 years we go through this system where there's just massive catastrophes that affect the entire planet.
Mhm.
And it kind of
I think it's every 6,000 that are the majors.
so
And
some people
every
have
often,
that as well.
often, even more often than that for the lesser ones.
It depends on obviously all of this is theory, but it's about every 6,000 there's like a minor version, 12,000 there's a really big one. So there's different versions of it, some of which actually have the earth physically moving, kind of a thing, and there's
I'm
folks out
considering
there so,
I'm considering Bible stuff too. That's why I say 6,000, because
right.
it talks about that number of amount of time a lot.
Yeah, there's from what we know scientifically today, every and all of this stuff is ancient archaeology type stuff where nearly every major society across the planet has a flood myth, where at some point in their ancient history there was some kind of Noah's Ark thing is the big one for the Bible, that a lot of people Western people know. But if you go to any of the Far East countries, your Japan, your China, all that stuff, they have slightly different stories, but it's the same thing where suddenly the oceans just took over everything, and the only way to survive was people that planned ahead and made giant boats and were able to save their families and livestock and things. Because back then, of course, livestock was almost as more important than people, because that's your whole village would live off of what was going on with your cattle and your chickens, and whatever your livestock produced was very important to the survival of your whole place. So there's a lot of stories that are very similar to like the Noah's Ark thing. Maybe not, the Bible part of it, the Noah's Ark story has they had two of everything on the entire planet on there, which that's a bit extreme. But there are stories from other cultures in different parts of the world that are very similar, where someone gave them this advanced word. Hey, there's a big catastrophe thing. You need to build a giant ass boat and stock it with as much provisions as you can to survive for a while until the waters recede.
Well, there's been a lot of floods, like the flood. The reason why Easter Island, why those heads are like that, is because they weren't done building stuff. They weren't done. They got caught. They thought they had more time, and they didn't. They got caught and then dropped their tools where they were at. Like Atlantis, the Ogygian deluge. There's been many destructions, and yeah.
It's like Easter Island and stuff like that. That was a very high mountaintop 12,000 years ago, where the ocean level was several hundred feet lower.
You're talking about Titicaca?
Titicaca.
Like Titicaca?
All of it, honestly, because
Yeah.
when the Ice Age was going on, most of the water in the earth was in these giant glaciers that were nearly.
Or was it in the sky, Enzo? Was it in the sky in the form of water vapor?
That water vapor barrier. There is that story too. But they do have scientific evidence from Greenland, because Greenland is one of those places that when these weird disaster things happen, it's still in the same place. It's still in that frozen area, so they can date, tens of thousands of years from the core samples.
I don't believe science. I don't believe science. I would if it wasn't biased and paid. I'm backed by
science to talk to each other right now. It's
I do believe in science. I just don't believe everything that we're told by the narrative, because I know that a lot of science is backed and paid for they have certain
intentions or whatever. I don't trust anybody, and so I'm the biggest, most giant skeptic you'll probably ever meet.
Believe me, I know.
You're not. My sister is.
Even in modern, well, I say modern day, but current era, United States, in the early 1800s and stuff, of finding giant skeletons and stuff like that, and suddenly some official group from Washington, the Smithsonian Institute, comes in and says, we're going to take this to study, and it's never fucking seen again.
Yeah,
that happened a lot in America.
Oh yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's why I would never want to take my rock anywhere if I did find something cool, because they'd be all over that.
Yep. Because it's going into that giant warehouse at the end of the first Indiana Jones movie, the Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they take the Ark of the Covenant and just box it up and put it in a giant warehouse, and it's just going to sit there forever, never to be looked at ever again. And there's certainly so much anecdotal stories of the Smithsonian doing exactly that for some very bizarre, out of place stuff. Because there's a lot of stories of, in the 1800s of pterodactyl type flying creatures,
Right.
that they just come swooping in. Official government scientist researchers come in and like, oh, we'll take this back to DC and study it, and they try to follow.
What's really messed up though is like there's probably so many things that people know about that they never tell anybody, and then they die. And then like the rest of us are living, right? And like there's some giant secret probably somewhere that somebody should have told somebody, but they died. And then now we're all like walking around not knowing something major, thinking something fake or false or whatever, because some jerk wanted to do something a certain way and then he died.
It's been going on for like so long. Like the official narrative from the government right now is there's no evidence of crashed UFOs and a reverse engineering program and all of that. From my time working in the military and the government, I could easily see where there's a project that's like super secret, nobody's supposed to know about it. I would almost be willing to put money down on it to say that somewhere in the continental United States, there's an old hangar somewhere that's considered like off limits. It's like, nope, there's secret stuff going on in here. You can't. Nobody's been in it for probably 40 years. It's probably got
and they forgot about it
and all the documents, and only a very like a handful of people are authorized to go in there, and then they died over time. Got fired, and they're like, "Fuck you, I'm not going." And nobody else gets added to that entry list where they can go in the facility.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Facility just moldering away that. According to the technically, no one's authorized. You have to be on this list to get access to that structure. But all those people,
so nobody just goes ever.
Right.
And nobody ever asks if somebody sees it. It's like a person who's just a regular nobody who doesn't. I'm not going to point it out to my superior or whatever. So nobody says anything. Yeah, I bet you there's a bunch of stuff like that.
I actually, because I've certainly heard stories over the years. But at Kirtland Air Force Base there in Albuquerque, I was out there for because that's also where the Air Force Safety Center is. I worked in the safety office for many years, right at the very end of my career. And I was out there for a crash investigation course, and where they have old planes and stuff that they throw there as like as a crash scene. You're supposed to go out there and figure it out because you just plane crash here, and they had the actual plane and they throw the parts out like they were while they're investigating.
They've done that here.
Yeah, but I was talking to some of the guys that were from there. They're like, yeah, see that mountain that's right there? Because it's right at the edge of where the Sandia Mountains are, which some people say have aliens in them. I don't know about that, but that's the story. The guy I was talking to is like, yeah, during the afternoon, you can sort of see the metal from a KC-135, which is one of the aerial refueling planes, which is what I used to work on. it crashed on the top of that mountain, but the whole mountain, and there's like this weird like demarcation line where no one's authorized to go in there. The plane is on fire, burning up on the side of the mountain. Everyone for 50 miles can see the smoke coming up from this. The base fire department is going in there. It's like, we need to go out there and at least contain this fire so it doesn't spread to other trees, and the whole freaking valley is going to get caught on fire. They were not authorized to enter, so they were not allowed in.
Whoa, that's weird.
And it was like one of those, the fire department and emergency medical workers usually have a carte blanche to go anywhere on any base, any facility, something like that, in case somebody gets hurt, in case a building catches on fire, any of that stuff, for all the normal emergency response type things you would think. This instance, they were like, no, the fire department is not authorized to come into this area. They wouldn't let them in. They're like, the fire chief is like, I can go anywhere on this place. Sure, except here. Not allowed. And it's like, what? That's impossible.
Was that guy trying to take a picture of somebody's like under their skirt or something? Why was that camera down so low? Did you guys see that? The flash like came on, but it was like really low.
Behind Enzo?
Behind me? Is it behind me?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know if he's taking a picture of somebody's butt or something.
This girl with the backwards hat is like going bananas.
She's all like, yeah. She's having fun, huh? Oh, yeah. She likes the song. I wonder what song they're listening to.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Wow. It's so weird to see so many adults like having fun like that. Like, I don't know, you know? It's just different.
Don't you ever have fun like that, Jara?
I haven't in a long time. But yeah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just funny to watch. Huh?
I feel like I have fun like that a lot. I feel blessed.
I do when I do my rocks, I'm having fun like that. And when I'm getting dirty and I'm a grown-ass person playing in the dirt.
Crazy on a regular basis and just dance and sing and all this crazy stuff. So I feel pretty blessed about that.
Yeah, I think
I'm kind of annoying, actually. You'll see, because you're gonna have to spend the night with me.
Yeah, we sing a lot. Sorry in advance.
We
sing our words a lot.
I go to sleep.
You're not gonna get to go to sleep. We're gonna talk to you all night long, Enzo.
Well, I have to sleep because I need some sleep.
Remember, we didn't go to sleep till like 3:00 in the morning at Aunt Kay's. Is that my fault?
Yeah,
Did I keep you?
That's true.
Yep, that's what I do.
No. My wrist is swelling. I think I've dug too many rocks.
Do you normally sleep like a full 8 hours when you do sleep?
Who, me? No.
I sleep about 5 hours.
Maybe 4.
5.5, 6.
I'm about 5 to 6. It depends. Like
I wake up at 5 a.m. automatically.
Wow, really? Every
I
morning?
don't have to set my alarm. My body wakes me up. I can't, and so I have to just get it. I go back to sleep sometimes, but my body wakes me up at 5, like clockwork. It's weird.
I wake up at 2:30 in the morning every morning. If I'm asleep, I wake up at 2:30, and I until 3:30, and then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up at 6.
What if you're not asleep?
I usually go to bed around 1, so like it's weird. Sometimes I go to bed earlier. I've been going to bed earlier lately.
It used to be like when I was younger, I had to have a straight 8 hours. No matter if I had less than 8 hours, I was not worth a crap.
Yeah, me too. When I was younger,
I used to be like that too.
Then I went. I was deployed during Desert Shield, Desert Storm. I was at King Khalid International Airport, which is just north of Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. As it turns out, even though that we were briefed when we first got there, don't worry about those Scud missiles. They won't reach this far. They did. The Scuds were actually going over our heads to hit the city. But so because of that, and they only launched them at night, and I was working a noon to midnight shift. So we'd get off work at midnight, usually like once Desert Storm officially kicked off, where we're bombing up there and stuff like that. We'd get hit at least every other night with missile launches from them. And
Wow.
during that time frame, we'd get off work at midnight. Well, we know that we're going to have some kind of an attack basically before sunrise. So like say 7 a.m. So we'd stay awake when we'd get off work at midnight, and we'd stay up like drinking coffee and playing cards and telling stories and listening to music, because that's not something you want to sleep through because
Right.
we didn't know if they had like chemical warheads was the big thing, because anytime we'd go into an alarm red where we knew missiles were inbound, we had to pull on the full chem warfare gear, the mask and all the thing, all the stuff, just in case. Well, of course, by about 7 a.m. when the sun would come up, okay, now we know it's safe. We still had to be at work at noon, which means you had to get something. You had to shave and shower and get something to eat before noon. So basically, we were only sleeping like 2 or 3 hours a night.
Oh, wow.
Ever since then, now I'm lazy and sleep like an almost full 5 to 6 hours a night now that I'm older. But ever since then, I only sleep a few hours a night, and that's it. And it's not like I'm having night terrors or whatever. It's just I discovered I can function with only, less than 5
Right.
hours sometimes. Nowadays,
Right.
many years later, if I can survive for a few days on only like 3.5, 4 hours of sleep, but after about 4 or 5 days, I'm going to need a nap. But
Yeah.
for the most part, now that I'm fully retired and don't have a job to worry about that I have to get up for, I'll stay awake till 3 or 4 in the morning, and 5 hours from whatever time I happen to fall asleep, or less. Sometimes it's only 4. But I got this watch that monitors my sleep and all that stuff, and every single day it's like, you're not getting enough sleep. People can't. It's like I've been doing this for years. I'm lazy now.
Yeah, I know.
Really doing 2 or
They
3.
need to really just stop trying to tell everybody like what's the right thing to do, because everybody's body is very different, and like what works for your body, just listen to that. I think. But I'm actually gonna get off here because I need to eat something and go to bed before I go to
I know
bed.
you guys made me sleepy talking about sleep.
My wrist has been hurting in the middle of the night. It's weird. It doesn't hurt during the day, but it starts hurting at night. Wakes me up.
Enzo, I sent you some 2 links so you could check them out. They're pretty interesting, just so you can see some pictures. They're of Jerome.
All right.
And something else. I forgot what the first one I sent you was. Oh yeah, the sliding jail. So let me see if I can end the show from this part where I'm at right here. Yes, I can. Okay. So thank you guys for chilling with me right now, and we'll see everybody next week.
Yes, and we're gonna do a
really
show
will
from.
see you. Wait, is it a week? Is it next week that we really do see you? It's a week, right?
No.
It's
It'll
a
be
week from Monday.
next. I leave a week. Next Wednesday is when I drive to Southern California. I'll be there throughout the weekend. Monday, that following Monday, so a week from this coming Monday, is when I leave and come to your place.
So about a week, a little less than a week and a half. We're gonna really be chilling with Enzo.
I will not be here next Thursday for the show.
Okay.
I'll be in the middle of. I would have just driven into Contact in the Desert, which I don't remember if it's Friday or Saturday, where they have the special Contact in the Desert night where they all have UFO like that.
That's cool.
Cool. Well, we'll miss you. We'll talk. What do we go? Oh yeah, we were gonna go on location. So next week we're gonna go on location and film some footage of us doing little things that we do, and we'll like show it. So that'll be fun too. So join us next week, everybody. Anyways, bye guys.
Everybody have a wonderful night.
Good night, everyone.
You drive safe, Enzo, if we don't talk to you.
Yep, I'll be just fine.
Bye.